What else? Marilyn Monroe, Joe DiMaggio. One somebody said Babe Ruth. Now, I actually had a friend of mine said, you should put Al Capone. I said, are you shitting me? Al Capone. But he said, no, man, he's bigger than everybody knows Al Capone.
For good or for bad, there's an argument to be made there, Raymond.
I don't know about that. But anyhow, I don't know Babe Ruth. I thought, I said, well, that's interesting because he was bigger than the sport. He's the one who brought it to the acclaim it is now.
Yeah.
He was part of that Roaring '20s when you had Al Capone, Jack Dempsey, Babe Ruth. He was probably as big as anybody. Anyhow, so if anybody has, I'd like to hear who do you think the other fourth should be us. So I have Elvis, Bob Dylan, Muhammad Ali. Who should be the fourth fixture on that Mount Rushmore of cultural icons?
Well, I don't know. I was kind of gonna go with Jimmy Page, Ozzy Osbourne, Lemmy from Motorhead, and Joey Ramone.
There you go.
But no, that's a fun conversation to have. But the thing is, and often I think people don't actually have the conversations anymore. So we're going to get you into the loop on it. And what are our numbers here? Are the phones up yet? Are the phone lines actually up, or are we just texting?
Well, no. I'm trying to get. People are texting me. What is the number? Well, what can I get it on? And Joe, I'm trying to see. So people are saying, what can I get it on? And I'm trying to say
574-4455. The phone lines are ready to roll?
Yeah, ready to roll.
All right, the cut man's ready.
Okay.
The spit bucket guy's ready. The champ is ready. We're going to try it. 330-574-4455.
But before we do that, let me go back. Let me go back.
Let the calls stack up. They'll come in.
Again, we talk about the boxing. Ali's death, of course, was the biggest thing since I left. I wasn't able to talk about it. I wish I would have at that time. But it really was a crossover event worldwide. People really, really were touched by it. And
that's true.
And it was, like I said, the most famous face in the world for many years.
Absolutely.
Now, the thing the most recent is the Triple G and Canelo fight. Canelo Alvarez got canceled because Canelo, they did drug testing. Now, I don't understand why they're doing it before the fight. They all go into this drug testing before the fight. Nothing got to do before the fight. It's about right before the fight. I mean, if you're going to be training and then you do a testing, do a blood test a week of the fight, that's what should tell you.
Yeah.
So,
but he had a couple months before or whatever.
He had some contamination in him, something in him that they said was illegal. He said that it comes from meat. Now, this is true. Mexican meat. A lot of athletes who've been eating a lot of meat in Mexico have gotten this some type of
it's a hormone
bacteria,
thing,
something.
or a bacteria
but it gets in their system, and it's one of these drugs, and it's one of these drugs that is on the DACA, which is the drug organization for the Olympics and stuff.
Right.
It's one of these something in the system that's not allowed. It's on the list.
It's showing up as doping in the tests.
Correct. But one of the things that's funny is Canelo keeps saying it's the meat. Again, granted, he's absolutely correct. That a lot of meat has been said to be contaminated from Mexico.
Right.
And if it is, and you eat it, this will show up in your system.
Right.
But his trainer and his trainer and his manager are butchers by trade. So you'd think they'd know. You'd think they'd know what good meat is, right?
You'd think they'd be careful with that sort of thing.
I would think. So, the Canelo and Triple G fight got canceled. It's a big scandal now with, because Canelo. First, let's go back to the first fight last September 16th. I was actually in Europe, so I wasn't able to see it live.
You went back to the old country, didn't you?
Well, I was actually in the UK.
Oh, that's when you went to England.
Yeah, when the fight was on. And my guy, Scott Murray. Now, Scott, you're supposed to be listening over there. My man, Scott Murray, from Birmingham, England.
I prefer Liverpool.
He just texted me. He just texted me. He shared my post on Facebook. Thank you, Scott. I'm on the air now, brother. I hope you're listening. But we didn't get to see it, so I saw it when I got back. But no, Triple G won that fight. Clearly won that fight. And of course, the biggest thing out of that was the scandal of the voting.
Okay.
And the one woman. Lathan is her last name. I can't think of her first name at the moment. Adelaide Bird. It was Adelaide Bird. Yeah, Adelaide Bird, I believe. And she voted for Canelo like, 10 rounds to 2. I mean, it was really some stupid number. And everyone had Triple G winning by 4 rounds, 4 to 5 rounds.
It sounds like a case of the Tom Brady's.
So I just, I don't understand. I just don't understand what these people were thinking. So anyhow, she voted for him and it made it a draw. The one judge had it a draw also, which I don't know what he was thinking, because everybody, by all reports, all the reporters and the other judge had Triple G winning 116-112. Well, I should have. So because of the clamor and of everything that happened, they called for a rematch. They were training for the rematch. It was supposed to be May 5th, Cinco de Mayo in Las Vegas. And now it's canceled. So,
because of the meat.
And because of the meat, yeah. Say to him.
Especially though with the judge making that a draw in the last fight. Does that draw itself back again into the general integrity of the sport? Because I think that irritates you quite a bit, if I recall, since the last time we were together on air.
Of course. I mean, the integrity of sport is everything. I mean, that's all you got is your integrity, whether it's a sport, as a person, as a man, as a woman. So when that's compromised, and certainly it was in this case, it defeats the purpose, man. I mean, both guys going out there, giving their heart and soul to it, and admire Canelo, did put on a great fight, but he lost it. He clearly lost it. And so...
Liz and I thought the same thing.
Well, and so this is why when you see something like that, then it hurts boxing. And certainly a guy like Triple G. Triple G is a stand-up guy. I got to know him. He's a stand-up guy, good guy. And it's unfortunate for him he didn't get the win. So now he was prepared for this one. And again... because of this, Triple G pulled out. Instead of being tested, and this is what it tells you. See, in Vegas, they said they were going to test him again. They were going to test him again. He had a meeting with the commission in a couple weeks. Instead of going to the commission and saying, look, here's what happened. Here's what went down. I'm pleading my case. He's not going to Vegas. He just pulled out a fight. Which, you're saying, yeah, I was guilty. You caught me. I got it. Okay.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, so... I mean, it's just, come on, man. So anyhow, that's the big thing in boxing going on over the last, for the last couple of years for me, was all these deaths, which is bigger than anything. And then, of course, Triple G and Canelo first fight, and then this fight that got canceled. But look, here's the other thing I want to talk about. Before we go on.
It's your gig, Ray. No.
I got some people been hitting me up on Facebook, and Joe Danier.
Joe Danier.
Like you'll play. They try to make it that French. It's like French. It's it's an American company. Come on, man. It's you'll play. Sounds like Joe Danier. Okay. Gives it that little French flavor.
Don't get me started, this is a family show, right?
Well, no, we got no shot at that. Look, that reminds me, fans. That reminds me, because God forbid, I may throw, if I drop a few F-bombs here and there, I apologize. I don't want people expecting to come on. I'm going to be, I'm not the best in my language isn't always the best. Sometimes an F-bomb is the best form of when in doubt, just throw an F-bomb out there. It kind of covers a lot of ground.
I got it.
But I don't want to do that. It's a family show.
I got to tell you a story. Yeah. I got F-bombed by a sweet little old lady today.
Well,
I was on my regular routine, right? And it's one of our regular callers, and I'm not going to drop her name because she's a sweet little old lady, and I don't want to hurt her feelings. But my hand to God, I wasn't able to get her on the air today, and so I picked up the phone to explain to her and to tell her to please call us back tomorrow. And she started yelling at me about how I never let her get on the air, and at the very end, she told me to...
She got F you, huh?
See, I'm even afraid to say it because my regular job. Because of my regular job, I'm afraid to do it.
But I ain't on that. I ain't with them no more because I can say it, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it was just like, wow, I can't believe the little old lady from the north side that calls the show all the time, and she got so angry at me and my mother hasn't even ever dropped an F-bomb on me. She's come close.
Well,
anyway, I'm sorry.
No. Hey, when my mother would get frustrated. Bafangu, which just sounds so much better in Italian than it does in English. But it's just every time she get up really angry after she throw that bafangu. Hey, so much nicer, ma. You're beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But then, so now let me go down the list. I got some people that are listening to us from around the country. And I got this, and I hope they're listening.
Around the world.
So I got my guy, Brendan Murphy, and Mateo Baker from Cali, from Los Angeles. Brendan's in Malibu. He's from the Boo.
And California, People's Republic of.
Mateo's in Santa Monica. So I appreciate you guys listening up. My cousin Eddie Vidros is listening from Phoenix. Eddie, I know, 3-hour difference. He hits me with that.
Oh, yeah.
Ray, I said, we're on 4 o'clock. He says, well, can't you be on at 1 o'clock, Mountain Standard Time? I said, well, there's 2-hour difference. Eddie just put on 2 o'clock. And they hit me back with that, Ray, it's the same time. I said, I forgot with that spring forward. See, Phoenix don't ever move the clock.
Yeah, they don't do that.
I forgot about it.
Well, we're talking about people that sleep in sleeping bags while they're camping with scorpions and snakes, so.
My man, Mike. I have no clue where that came from, but my man. You just throw it in anytime you feel like it, Mike. But Eddie, I appreciate you listening out there at 1 o'clock your time. Dominic the Fly Di Giuseppe. He's from Phoenix, from Youngstown guy, one of my dearest friends. I hope you're listening. Doug Ward, the owner of Title Boxing Company, is in Kansas. I believe he's listening.
Did we have him on the old show?
Pardon?
Did we have him on the old show?
I believe we did.
Okay,
we had Doug. We have Jules Filer, my guy from New York City. Jules, he's my Yentl. I call him Yentl. Jules Yentl Filer. You're the best, Jules. You're the best. The best PR guy in the business.
Yeah.
The best. My cousin's Vinny Mancino and Vinny Nazo from Buffalo. From Buffalo, really. I'm from Buffalo, hey. And my son Ray, he's supposed to be listening. I hope he's listening from Fort Collins, Colorado, up at the Colorado State University.
He
better be listening, baby. Hit me up. You tell me what you think. Roy and Marcia Sanchez are supposed to be listening from Miami. So I hope they're listening in Miami. And then my friend Scott Murray from Birmingham. Scott. Yeah, so Scott, I hope you're listening, brother. I hope you're listening. So anyhow, I just want to appreciate a lot of people listening in, showing a lot of love. Yesterday when we put up on Facebook that we'd have the show, people were calling in and I mean, sending in messages they'd be listening. So I appreciate that, truly, truly do. So again, through the year, as it goes along, we're going to be more entertaining because it's better to be more entertaining. Sure, better be more entertaining than this. I don't know.
No, this is pretty entertaining. I'm having a good time. Are you having a good time, Joe? Is everybody else having a good time? Don't be so self-conscious, Raymond. Come on. It's funny, though. You got all those friends out west in Arizona and whatnot. You ever been camping in the desert? Because that's what I was cracking on. Because I have friends that live out in Arizona, and they go camping out there and stuff. They're crazy. Like, you're going to wake up and there's like a scorpion in your boot or a rattlesnake in your sleeping bag. I'm not that adventurous, man.
No, it's funny. I stayed at the hotel in Phoenix, the Phoenician, which is out in Scottsdale. The Phoenician is spectacular, absolutely spectacular hotel in Scottsdale. I was there last summer. I was there for business in June. And it was $1.07. The guy says, "Oh, good thing you weren't here last week. It was $1.17." $1.17, like and I got to have the sport coat on. It's a business meeting.
But Ray, it's a dry heat.
Well, yeah, it's a dry heat. Yeah, so is an oven, and I don't want to be in that either. But the guy said, "Man, are you gonna wear that sport coat?" I said, "Yeah, man, it's still a business meeting. I got to look the part, But anyway, so anyhow, so when we were out there, and the Phoenician is a spectacular hotel, but it's built inside, like, in a mountain. Mm-hmm. The mountain, you walk outside, really? The mountain's literally right there. It's built inside a mountain.
That's fucking wild.
And
I dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah,
first F-bomb. Mike gets the first F-bomb. Bing.
And, but you talk about a scorpion. I looked outside. I was just looking, admiring and there was a scorpion right there on the windowsill. I said, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Yeah, so anyhow. Goes back to your story about the scorpions.
So all your friends in Arizona are crazy is my point.
But also, here's one thing. Here's one thing I want to. Again, we're all over the joint, so stay with me, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep rolling, baby.
I was looking on the internet, and when you read the internet, you get things about health things and health and fitness and things about when you travel. The 5 things you didn't know about when you travel and this and that. So one of the things I looked at was jobs that attract the opposite sex. Jobs that attract the opposite sex. So I'm going to read for the first, for women that are attracted to men.
Okay.
The number one job that attracts women to men is pilot, being a pilot.
Okay.
I guess flying friendly skies. I get it. I get it. You know, the Mile High Club and all that good stuff. I guess all that. Number 2 is a founder of a company, an entrepreneur. Founder of a company, which I get.
Like Joe Danier.
Like Joe Danier. I'm sorry, Danier. Yeah, Joe Danier. On the air, Joe Danier. Like Yo Play. And it's Yo Please, how you say it. Yo Please, how you actually say it.
Yeah.
And number 3, firefighter. And now they said, this is what kills me, firefighters, number 3. They said men in uniforms. Obviously, the pilot, firefighter. But what I found interesting is that police is way down, like number 14.
Really?
And the military guys, people that are military, and I mean, I'm a big advocate of my military. I'm on the board of National Veterans Foundation for almost 30 years now. The greatest thing I ever did. Our military, the best people. But for military and police officers, 14 and 15. Out of the top 15, 14 and 15. Yet a pilot and a firefighter are 1 and 3. I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like being a firefighter is that much
No,
more dangerous.
it's the same. You're a policeman. I know people police get a bad rap, but I don't know if that's got anything to do with it.
You know what? When it comes down to brass tacks, Ray, it has to do with hormones, and I think it probably has to do with the fact that I'll bet you firefighters in general are perceived as being more physically fit than cops.
Could be.
Because, not that I'm stereotyping any of my friends on the police departments, but we're also talking that it could very well be like,
Right.
like fat guy eating a donut.
There you go.
Chief Wiggum.
No, number four. Professions that attract women. Being a doctor, of course. Being a doctor. Especially if you're a gynecologist. If you're a gynecologist, man, you ain't no better.
Listen, I kid you not. My father-in-law was one, and I've heard some horror stories, Ray. I've heard some horror stories. You know how many stories
I've heard about women fall in love with their gynecologist? Now, number five, top 5.
What's 5?
TV radio personality.
Oh.
Our guys from Channel 21 just walked in here, man. Handsome son of a gun you are. I can see you got to be fair. Oh, yes.
Howdy,
yes.
boys.
See, what I'm doing now is jobs that attract opposite sex. So the top 5 jobs that attract women, guys, number 1 being a pilot, number 2 being a founder of a company, entrepreneur, number 3 a firefighter, number 4 a doctor, number 5 TV, radio personality. How about that?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just gonna go a quick rundown after this. Number 6 is a teacher, 7 engineer, 8 is a model. Now you figure people say, look, he's a model, but a lot of models it's like looking at a picture. Good looking picture, but got no personality. Personality is table. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get that.
May I chime in, Ray? I'll put it to you this way: as far as the models go, it's an old phrase I heard a long time ago, and here comes the first S-bomb on the show. No matter how beautiful she is, always remember there's some guy somewhere that's tired of putting up with her. See, I even avoided the S-bomb. It's a family show. Yeah. We're going to tease him.
The similar version guy says, no matter how good she looks, when there's some guy somewhere tired of her waking up next to her.
Yeah,
because she got bad breath too. So I said, well, yeah, I guess.
We're trying to break old habits.
That's another morning breath. That's a whole different subject. But I'll tell you what, man. Some women got morning breath, but it smells like jasmine.
Yeah.
My wife, when she wakes up in the morning, it's like jasmine, man. It's like lavender. It's like lavender.
Yeah, really. When I wake up in the morning, my old lady smells like cigarettes and whiskey.
Jeez, oh man, like, don't go there. Hey,
she'll tell you, man. She won't lie to you.
And number 9, paramedics, and number 10, college students. If you're a college student, you got a shot. You got a shot with an older girl, a young girl, but
damn those hipsters.
And then 11 through 15, lawyer, personal trainer. Yeah, I get that. Financial advisor. I don't know. Police officer is 14, as we said earlier, and military is 15. To me, they should be a higher up because guys are putting themselves out there for saving your lives.
That's because people are materialistic because they don't pay those people enough.
Not about this. Now, here's the top jobs for women that attract men. So if you're a man, this is what you're attracted to. Number 1, as a physical therapist. Well, I get that. My wife's a physical therapist, so I get that. I get that. Number 2, interior design. I guess.
That surprises me.
I come in, they want to check out your house, make your house.
I can see what you mean.
Number 3, a woman who's a founder or an entrepreneur of whatever, of some business. So I married that.
Blind, deaf, dumb nymphomaniac that owns a liquor store.
No, you gotta marry that. You gotta marry that. Number 4, PR, public relations or communications. Who's in public relations communications? Number 5, and this I dig, teachers. If you're a teacher, because I had a crush on a lot of teachers.
Teachers are hot, dude.
I
You're
love
right.
Hot for teacher. What was that, right? Was that Hot for teacher? David Lee Roth. Hot for teacher. Yeah. And then 6, I'll just go real fast. Then from 6 on is college student, speech language pathologist, a pharmacist, social media manager. Number 10.
What is that?
Number 10 is a model. See, again, model, but women again. But here's what it is. It's guys. Again, you can look at a pretty picture, say, man, that's a beautiful picture. But soon as that picture ain't talking. I've met a lot of pretty women, but as soon as they open their mouth, they go, "Oh, let me get my 8-year-old nephew to play with you." Yeah. I don't get it. No, but I'm not knocking all of them. I'm not obviously because I don't want people, all the models calling me. No, I don't mean that to anybody personal. I don't know any. I'm just saying in theory. It's got to go. It's got to be the mind with the looks. You know what I mean? It's got to be both. It's got to be a total package.
From a purely philosophical point of view, though, and not to put you in any kind of weird situation in regard to that, but what's something that people might be surprised that you find attractive?
No,
because I'll give you mine. You give me yours.
No. Hey, show me mine. I'll show yours. Yeah. No, let me
it's a family show, Ray.
I'm laughing because I knew back in the day. Back in the day. All right,
I'm saying if it was back in the day and it was 18-year-old Ray.
Okay, when I was fighting,
Go on, be on.
I used to have a water bed. I used to have, Joe, you remember waterbed. You were too young.
You did. I bet you the waterbed was the first thing you bought.
And what was that? Yeah, the waterbed.
The first thing you bought.
And what was my, I go out and meet a girl, you go, would you like to come up there and make the maiden voyage? I mean, it was like, so, I mean, like, how many maiden voyages do we got here? But, no, I mean, so that was ladies, I know, I'm embarrassed, ladies, but that's back in the day. So no, but so that's back in the day what you'd say and what you say now. What I'm saying, what I think now, what a woman attracts me, is I always tell people, it's got to be the total package. I'm turned on by intellectual conversation. A woman who's got the looks, but who can hold a great conversation. Who can, who's got, her own mind. She's got thoughts and opinions about life and different things I get turned on by. And and that's why when I met my wife, and one of the reasons I fell in love with her is because here's a girl who was, sharp, she's a sharp girl. She got a lot going on. And just that looks, you go, oh man, this is, I want to get to know her.
You stay patient, you wait for your best friend, and you know what's going to happen. Now, if I had to go to like back in the day, when I was still a wild, hell, who am I kidding, until I got in my 40s. Female athletes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I find, like, I watch softball, volleyball, soccer, and I'm not trying to say that, like, in a perverted sort of way, but I find generally, like,
there's no other way you could take that, Mike, other being a perverted way. All
right, I'm being a pervert.
Okay. Well, look, I get that, but it's like people talk about female fighters, like, MMA and boxing. And I tell people, and I've said this before on the air, I'm not a fan of women fighting or any combat sport. I like to think of myself as a bit old-fashioned, the way I was raised to think of women, how to view them. I admire them, I respect them, and I kind of lift them on a pedestal, so to speak. I don't want to see two women beating each other up. It's hard to watch two guys I don't even know beat each other up. Even if I'm watching a fight, I'm a fight fan. Even if I don't know the guy, watching a guy, I don't want to watch it.
But there's a difference between watching a bar. If I wanted to watch MMA, I'd go to a bar and get a bunch of people drunk.
But to watch a woman fight is difficult. It's hard to watch. It really is. And plus, I said, it's. I wouldn't want to go out with any woman that has a chance to whip my ass. I really don't. I really don't. So you got to be. So it's hard enough for a guy to get a woman out anyhow. And
I'm
then
toast on that regard.
You try to love her up a little bit, and you got to watch. Boom! She crashed on the chin. She dropped shit. I mean. That's gonna be hard for gonna be hard for a relationship. Yeah. But look, the last couple items for things that attract men: dental hygienist, nurse. Look, nurse has always been sexy, man. Come on, flight attendants. Come on, they've always been sexy. Personal trainer. I get it. And real estate agent. Yeah, I guess.
Real estate agent. That's about the ching.
I get it. So anyhow, those are different things that attract men
female jocks,
to women.
Man. Female jocks, baby.
But,
I can't believe female jocks didn't make that list, Ray.
Man, no, they didn't.
Volleyball players, come on.
No, well, oh man.
If I get you into hot water, Ray?
No, not at all, not at all, Mike. But no, there's a lot of things. Look, my wife tells me I can't put my phone down at night, and I get it. I get it,
dude. I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
And I get it. And women, so you're supposed to turn it down before you go to bed.
You fidget with
it. I play poker on it, just to make me drowsy. But I read. I do read a lot on it because I don't. Yeah. I get the paper on the weekends, but I read.
I get most of my news off of mine too. Right. That's what I tell my old
lady.
But I read
a lot of stuff. So I do. Now here's, ladies and gentlemen. Again, these are. I'm going to explain the 9 most unexpected things men do that attract women. Most unexpected things.
Oh, Lord.
Okay? So, we got to go backwards about these, right? So, number 9.
Number 9.
Wear red clothes. And it said there are certain cultures that identify red with love, passion, power, and strength.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. So certain cultures, wearing red clothes. Now back in the day, I used to wear red shoes, a red shirt, come on, man, button down here with a chest, I know chest hair, but I used to have button down here with the 3 chains. What's happening back then?
I used to know a guy that was a deacon at his Church of God in Christ that would blind you. It was so red.
Yeah, there you go. So red clothes, turn on ladies. How about that? Who'd have thunk it?
I thought it was no clothes.
Now about this. Yes.
Maybe with you, Raymond. Not in my case. Not in my case.
Number 8. Number 8. A deep, sleepy voice. Now, scientists are confused why. Now, scientists are confused. If they're confused, what do you think I am? Why women have an obsession with men with raspy, deep, sleepy voices.
Is that a fact, Ray?
Yes.
I've heard rumors about those sort of things, haven't I?
Yes. That's why I guess Barry White, my man, show you right.
See,
Barry White, my man.
Baby.
I get it. I get it. But that deep, sleepy voice, I get that. Anybody who wants to hear me, man, call me at about 7:05 in the morning. You get all you want, a deep, sleepy voice. Number 7, hard to get. A guy who plays hard to get. Now, I get that. The women, women say there's an uncertainty in men who play hard to get. They're more likely to have more dates. Guys who play hard to get more dates because women find them more desirable.
I'm interested to see where the bad boys fall in on that list.
Well, it's on there somewhere. I do remember reading that. But how about that? Hard to get. So play hard to get. The other side is that you may not get. So play hard to get, you may not get.
But you know what? If you're already doing without, you might not miss it.
There you go. Number 6. This goes back to the list before. Pilots and firefighters. Pilots and firefighters, because women are turned on to men in uniforms.
I thought you said pirates.
No. Pirates. My diction ain't the best. Pilots,
my hearing ain't either.
Pilots and firefighters, women like men in uniforms. But then if that's the case, how come policemen and military are way down? So 1 and 3 with pilots and design.
I'm still shocked cops came in that low. That blows my mind.
The things the jobs that men have that women find desirable. Number 1 was pilot. Number 3 was firefighter. But 14 was police officer. Number 5 was military. So if you're turned on by uniforms, just food for thought. Food for thought.
Speaking of the police officers, let me ask you something. Since you was little tiny baby, you wanted to be a boxer, right?
Yeah.
So you never had I want to be a policeman, I want to be a firefighter. No, you never really went through that phase because you knew from day one, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. Well, here's something that might shock you. Considering what route I took in life and whatever seedy ways I went, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a cop.
And
then I spent most of my life running from them.
And then there you go. There you go. Can't beat that. Number 5.
Okay.
You said this already. Dog owners.
Oh, yeah.
Dog owners. Females find that females were attracted to men with dogs because they feel taking care of a dog showed that they were relaxed, that they were responsible, and that they can have, and they were handy.
Yeah.
And they could have long-lasting relationships.
And take care of kids.
I guess.
Well, no, like a dog is a test kid in that case.
I get
you know
that.
what I mean?
So dogs. There you go. Now, how about this? If you want, women found this attractive to men. Men that had photos on the internet with high status content, meaning the women attracted to men with bling, basically. Women attracted men who were financially successful compared to models in a standard job. So if you're ugly as shit, and you got a good, and you got a big, and you drive a nice car, and you can dress well, you got a nice job, you got a lot more chance of getting that
than a pretty boy with no job, living in his mother's basement.
That's exactly
playing
right.
Dungeons and Dragons on a computer.
Because you know what the old saying. Now, this is a true story. There was a wise guy in New York years ago. This guy was this, guy I knew. He was a stone wise guy.
Yeah,
and
had friends.
And he used to say to me, "Look, Ray, boom, boom, look at me. I'm stone brute. I'm stone ugly. But look at the women I got. He says, because you know why? Because he says, money and success are the greatest aphrodisiac. Mm-hmm. And my brother wasn't lying, because he was stone brute. Oh, he could scare a bulldog off a meat truck.
Yeah,
he could.
You know what I always find more handy was, excuse me, miss, does this smell like chloroform?
Jeez, oh my God.
I kid.
Okay. So, number 4, photos with guys with high status content. So, if you got, lie. We all know people lie when they put their things on these dates, on these date apps. And, there's, what is it? Date sites. Date sites.
Dating
sites.
Yeah.
Jesus, man, I couldn't think
Match dot, whatnot, and this and that and the other thing.
Number 3. Staying reserved. Women are attracted to men who stay reserved, who are more calm and cool, because it gave them a bit of mystery, and it showed confidence.
Don Draper.
And guys that brood, bad boys. Go back to your bad boys. They like that bad boys. So I
my older brother got through college getting women like that.
Yeah. So they said, guys, how about this? Guys who showed happiness and exerted happiness were a lot less attractive.
Really?
In fact, they were least attractive to women, because they said they look too happy. Nobody's that happy. So if you're happy, now you want to be miserable, if you want to be a miserable who looks confident, I guess, or a guy who's smiling happy all the time. Women like the guy who's looks miserable. Does
this mean my old lady's been lying to me this whole time around?
Oh, man. Now, how about this? Number 2, the George Clooney effect. Now, let me tell you something.
What is the Clooney effect? Please, Raymond, enlighten us.
I'm going to tell you my George Clooney story in a minute, too. Older men, because they're more emotionally, mentally, and financially stable. How about that? Emotionally, mentally, and financially stable. I'll buy that. Now, here's my George Clooney my George Clooney story. I always liked George Clooney. And I got a chance to meet George, good guy. But this is the type of guy he is. It's hard not to like him. You see him on TV, you see him on film, you see him on TV, on the shows. Whatever he does, it's hard, on talk shows, it's hard not to like him. Why did you just turn off? Joe, what did you turn off? Something just went off in my ear. I can't hear myself. Yeah, now I hear myself. What, you don't want to hear me, so you cut me off? What, was I too much for it? Because you cut me off. What happened? Could people still hear me? Oh, okay. Jeez, man.
You're going to have a talk with this
Joe
boy,
just
Raymond.
cut me up. Anyhow,
the
George Clooney effect. Guy. George Clooney effect. Here's what okay. So because George Clooney, you see him with the Nespresso's commercials now. Anything he does, you see him on talk shows. It's the type of guy you would sit down and have a drink with. But George is that type of guy. George is the everyday Joe.
Yeah.
And then people don't want to believe that. He's from Cincinnati. He was actually born in Kentucky, right over from Cincinnati. But he went to school in Cincinnati. But I got to meet him years ago. On the set of the Batman set, when he played Batman.
Oh, yeah.
When Arnold played
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze, thank you. They were shooting down at the Long Beach Dome, which is it's a big. I'm sorry, Long Beach Pyramid. It's built like it's a pyramid. So, so a friend of mine just texted me. I heard Boom Boom shows back on the road. What channel? Website? Yeah, Jeff, I'm back on the road. I've been putting up on my Facebook page for the last 2 days now. A little too much, probably. It's on, what is it? YouTube. What? YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Just put the Boom Boom Room. Ray Mancini, the Boom Boom Room. Go on Facebook Live.
Yeah, I want to try that too.
Or do YouTube Live, and you'll hear it. So, my bride texted me earlier. Facebook Live. YouTube Live. Either one.
Finish the Clooney story.
Okay.
I'm
But
gonna look.
so George goes. So anyhow, we go down and I bring my kids. My kids at the time were like 2 and 4, and we bring and George's hairdresser was a guy I took friends with. His name was Waldo Sanchez. Waldo was a Cuban kid from Jersey, and I met him, in Beverly Hills, Giuseppe Franco's hair salon, where I used to hang out with Mickey and all these guys. Steve Jones from the Sex Pistols. We used to hang around there, and so Waldo worked there. But then George Clooney hired him as his personal stylist. So he invited us down to the set. We walk on the set. George comes out of the dressing room. He was, getting made up and everything. Comes out, and he comes up, "Oh, Ray, such a pleasure." I said, "George, such a pleasure for me." He said, "No, we actually met before." He says, "How about this? Joe, pay attention now." He said to me,
"Okay, you keep going. I'm running an experiment."
Joe, he said to me, "Ray," he said, "you ain't gonna remember me, but of course I remember you." I said, "Man, how about that? How about that? It's a stand-up guy. I mean, just so you're humble." He said, "Of course you ain't gonna remember me." He said, "But you ain't gonna remember me. Of course I remember you." And he reminded me, we played basketball against each other out in the valley. I used to go out in the valley, pick different pickup games. So a friend of mine had a game out in the valley, and I used to go down, and George, he says, we played against each other. He says, "I played basketball like a box." He said, physical. Well, you got to get physical, you little guy. I didn't get mixed, but I got to get, but I thought it was so humble of him to say that. That's the type of guy. He was just so humble and sweet.
Joe.
Just a regular Joe. Truly is. He's the type of guy you root for. He's the type of guy you want to see succeed because he's very humble and he's self-deprecating, which is what I love about him. Yeah. He always makes jokes about himself.
You got to respect somebody that can do that.
Absolutely. So George Clooney effect. Women love the George Clooney effect. And number one, the guy, this is the stupidest thing. This is the dumbest shit I ever saw or heard. But believe it, they said this is the number one attraction to women. Men who wear a T-shirt with the letter T on it.
What?
The letter T, capital letter T, not like a Christian cross.
What the hell are you?
And this they said because that makes no sense. And who the hell does that? But it said a guy because they said wearing a T-shirt with the letter T. Makes your waist slimmer and your shoulders broader.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Mary
it don't matter what you look like.
Sidecar.
You could look like you kissed a Mack truck. But if you're wearing that T-shirt with the letter T, it's the number one attraction
so
for women.
You tell me all you got to do is be a Tennessee Volunteers fan, and you're done.
That's it.
You're in.
You're in like Flint, boy.
All these years, all that money wasted on liquor and steak dinners.
Hey,
Good God, help us all, Ray.
Hey, Jeff. My buddy Jeff texted, "Jeff, did you find it?" I gave it. It's Jeff. It's again, YouTube Live or Facebook Live. So come on, man, hit me back.
What do you got to punch into the search engine there, Joe?
How come nobody's calling in? We got no call-ins or nothing. They don't love me no more, Joe. They don't love me no more.
What's it say on the screen?
It says nothing. Inactive.
Oh.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It means it ain't working,
It ain't
Ray.
working is what I mean, right? Well, yeah, I'm screaming a lot, ain't I? I'm screaming a lot. Yeah, I am. I get a little hype.
Yeah, we're on, Ray. I'm looking at us right there.
We're on, but people ain't paying attention.
Okay, all you got to do is go in there. And is this on the Youngstown Computer channel?
Yes.
Go on to the YouTube Youngstown Computer channel and punch in Boom Boom Room. Somebody's watching because we got a couple likes.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. I shit you not.
There you go. Well,
See,
come on, man.
I'm right there,
gotta
buddy.
know. I don't know. I gotta know.
But we just Youngstown Computer on Youngstown Computer on YouTube. Just go to that page and we should be right there, right, Joe? That's why you got this whole venture, so we could say Youngstown Computer 900 times. Whatever you do, Ray, keep saying Youngstown Computer over and over and over again. But the beauty is we're also taping, right?
Yeah. Look.
So this is going to be rebroadcast. So this is going to be so exciting. I'm so jacked up for this.
Well, Joe, will be rebroadcast? Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh,
On
it's,
demand.
On demand. How about that? I'm on demand.
oh yeah. When we get done, I'm going to go throw this on my Facebook and watch everybody go nuts.
What happens when there's no demand? There's no. Hey,
We'll shove it down their throats, Ray.
So also, Mike and Joe and anybody else who's listening, all three of us, we're gonna, look, I got different guests coming on this, in the next. We're gonna try to do 2 shows a week. Tuesday,
Beautiful.
what do we pick a day, Joe? Tuesday, Thursday. Look, and if I'm traveling, it'll, we'll be doing it maybe a Monday and a Tuesday, whatever. But the great thing is you can do this from wherever you're at. right?
Yep.
So if I'll have to travel with equipment, obviously, but
Yep.
we'll work that out. So right now, plan on being on Thursday again. Oh, is that okay? All right, Thursday at 4. But anybody, I get,
Oh, we need to have the spit
Well, you know,
bucket
I
ready
got-
by Thursday.
yeah.
I refuse to come back without a spit bucket.
So yes, we gotta get the sound effects and anything. But you know, it's the first time we gotta get the sound, you know, the whole sound effects. We gotta get the opening with the balloon. But
We're the
you know,
Wright brothers right now, Ray. We're the frickin' Wright brothers, dude.
Warren Zevon, someone gonna have open with that. I mean, come on. So but ladies and gentlemen, like let's just say we're going to talk about a lot of things. We'll do a top 5 list. Again, my top 5 list today was basically the Mount Rushmore cultural icons of music, sports. Who would be on your Mount Rushmore? So right now we have 4. If you want to make it a 5th, that's okay. Right now, my top 3, I told you, Elvis, Bob Dylan, Muhammad Ali. I don't know who that 4th would be. So if you have any suggestions, please text, email, call in.
Harry P. Bud Grant, former coach of the Minnesota Vikings.
Vikes, stop. You guys beat
Bob
who?
Shankly, the great late manager of the Liverpool Football Club.
But no, I told you we gave
And
some.
Joey Ramone.
Yeah, okay. See, there we go. See,
No, but I'm serious, dude. I'm not busting your balls.
No, here's some names that were thrown out to me.
Okay.
My son says Michael Jordan got to be the 4th cultural icon.
And I can see
Jordan for his age group, MJ
LeBron
was the
better.
guy. MJ is the guy. I get it. Some people said, I've talked to other people said Sinatra. I'm not so sure. I mean, he's great. He was the chairman. I get that. Some people think Marlon Brando or James Dean or Marilyn Monroe.
John Wayne.
I guess, but I think Brando, Dean, they crossed over bigger. Maybe not. Maybe John Wayne. You're right. I don't know, Vike. I'm just.
Can I side?
Some people said Joe DiMaggio. Some people said Babe Ruth. And others said El Capone. I'm not sure El Capone would go on the cultural icon.
Can I sidebar you on this
Go
one?
ahead.
Speaking, because
Go ahead,
John
go ahead.
Wayne made me think of something. It's a
ahead.
film question.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you look at westerns, there's basically two styles: your old school westerns leading up into the '60s, and then your modern westerns, which are spaghetti westerns and whatnot. But when it comes to John Wayne, big fan, obviously, most of us are, but True Grit.
One of the greatest films ever.
I like the new
version.
version better. I don't denigrate
no,
the first
no,
version,
but
but I like the new one better.
Nah, yeah, but but you can't. True Grit. There's like if they did a remake of On the Waterfront.
Yeah.
Of Casablanca.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come
See,
on.
I'm not sure True Grit lives up to Casablanca.
Well, what I'm
not
saying
'cause
is, we usually
that's
think
hard.
of John Wayne. So,
Yeah.
John Wayne, who's going to be better than John Wayne? Nobody's going to be bigger than John Wayne. So they did True Grit. It did okay. It was okay. It was a good film, but it ain't John Wayne.
Okay, you want some homework? And this might be for the next show. There's some homework for you. Westerns, favorite westerns, and maybe even divide it into a couple of categories, and maybe we can get a conversation going about that
I'm big.
sometime.
We're going to have top 5 lists of a lot of
Guys,
different
real
things.
quick, 2 messages came in. Ray watching from LA, and that's from George.
Hi, George.
Oh, George, my man, George Sadie. George, you're the best.
We had George on the old show, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Hi, George.
But George, real fast. George, how's Scott doing? Because let me know how Scott's doing. He's a good friend of Scott Baio, and Scott is good. You know, I met Scott through George. Scott's a great guy, and all this. You know, I feel bad for him for all this stuff.
Yeah, all right. He didn't deserve that.
You know, so I feel bad. I just want to hope he's doing well. What else?
Second one. Hey, Ray, Mike Lakabucci watching
Mike.
now. Is this live?
Mike, it's live. It's live, Mike. You can't recreate this.
Hey, Mike, how
You
many
can't-
fingers am I holding up?
Now, Mike.
No, wait, Mike, how many
Yak.
fingers am I holding up?
Oh, easy there. That's my man, Mike Yak. Mike Yak.
Hiya, Mike.
Somebody unnamed says Mount Rushmore, Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
That's a good one. Hey,
Yeah,
I mean, I get it.
Bruce.
I get it.
I was
you know.
on a huge Springsteen kick about a week ago.
Well, you know what? Look, if you're gonna put him out, I mean, if you're doing rock and roll, Elvis, because we already had Elvis, we had Bob Dylan. Yeah, but I think cultural icons. Yeah, Bruce is definitely one of them.
We
Absolutely.
should get Springsteen on the show, dude.
Very good point. Very possible. Very
Let's
possible.
reach out.
Hey,
what the
look,
hell's he going to do? Tell us no, and then if he tells us no, we go up there and we show him what.
I actually think we got a better shot at getting Little Steven.
I bet we could. I bet we could.
I got some relation. I got people. You know.
That would be
I got
fun.
a
We
guy
get
who
him on
knows
the
the
phone.
guy who knows the guy. So
Yeah.
we never know. Hey, look.
See,
ladies
you're
and
my
gentlemen-
guy that
yeah.
knows the guy that knows the guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we never know. We're good luck. This is what we're trying to do. I don't want to. I don't want to wear out my welcome here. So we got about 8 minutes, but I'm gonna cut it a little short. But here's the thing: we're gonna try to make it fun. We're gonna try to get very much similar to to the radio show. But like I said, unrestricted. We're
if something slips,
not unrestricted. There's no, not going to get no. We're going to have people on.
Dear FCC.
Yeah, so right, we're going to get. I'll get Eddie O'Neill's going to be a guest. I'm gonna Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger and all. Jim, Youngstown guy. He's going to be on.
I didn't know you knew that cat.
Oh, yeah, Jim's a good friend. Yeah. Oh, also, yes, Mark Jones. I'm going to have Mark Jones on early next week. Mark Jones. That's what Georgie introduced me to Mark Jones. Mark Jones was the creator and director of the first Leprechaun movie. 25th anniversary this year. And then the subsequent, I think they had 6 versions.
You mean the horror film,
yes,
right?
Yes, yes.
That's a creepy little bastard.
So he's the writer and creator of those. And he also come out with a new idea. I love this. I want to get it made. I want to see help him get it made. Called Vampircon. It's about a leprechaun who turns into a vampire. I think I told you about that.
I love it.
And instead of biting your neck, he bites you on the ankle. Oh yeah, it's a true story. So true. That's true. So we're gonna get him on. We're gonna have Mark on early next week, probably next Tuesday. Because this is our first show, I want to try to get us a little of a audience.
And Joe and I have to knock in, so I make sure I know how everything works.
And
so I'm not always going to be sitting here, folks. I might be sitting over there.
All right, Ray, another one. Cerny here. Great show, Ray. Thanks.
What's
Cerny. C-E-R-N-I.
Yeah, Raymond.
Gotcha.
Raymond Cerny.
Oh, Ray Cerny. Got it.
My man Raymond. God, thank you, Raymond, for listening. My brother Raymond and me went to school for all 12 years.
Old high school pals. There's no brothers like them.
We reconnected. I saw him again. He invited me to for the Raymond. Text me the name of the organization again. It was that event they had at Polenta dinner at Mount Carmel a couple months ago. So Raymond, I thank you. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
You mean at Mount Carmel over in the one right up the hill?
Yeah, the Polenta.
Shout out to my friend Mark and the whole Fusillo family who makes delicious
Fusillo. But Fusillo, man, you Joe Daniel.
Hey, I'm a hunky. Raymond, I'm a hunky.
It's Fusillo.
Fusillo.
You say Joe Daniel. It's Joe Danier. Danier.
Okay. Well, you got to teach me. You got to teach me to talk.
Danier.
I'm a dumb hunky from the west side. What do you want from me?
Come on.
Look at him breaking the ball.
Louis Fusillo. Fusillo. See, you killed that name. But I love that. But
I can't spell spit bucket either.
Joe, come on, Fusillo.
Okay, now the next time I see Mark, he's gonna break my balls. Thanks, pal.
Hey,
I'm so embarrassed.
Anybody. So my son says that. My son says it's coming on. Ray says it's on at 3:00 my time. No, is it on Facebook? Yes, Facebook Live. Yes, Facebook Live. My son
go to the Youngstown computer page, right?
Yes.
Somebody just said Wolf's Club. I don't know what that
Wolf's Club. That's it. Thank you. That was the Wolves Club. That's right. Raymond, thank you. It was the Wolves Club dinner. The Wolves Club did a wonderful job. Nothing for nothing. They've been around for quite a few years, almost 40 years. Raymond, you know better. And they do a lot for the youth and for the young, high school kids, for scholarship stuff. So the Wolves Club has been around for a long time. Wonderful organization. Very proud to know those guys. And Raymond, you do a wonderful job and appreciate it. Invite me to the Polenta dinner.
You just reminded me of something. You been to the Friars Club yet?
Yeah, of course.
Because I know you got in and you didn't go for a while, but you finally went.
No, of course. I've been to the Friars Club several times through the years.
Okay.
But I've been.
Well, once you got a member though, I remember when you got a membership and you were waiting a while to go.
No, right. No, I haven't been back since. No, actually, I have. Yes, I have.
Okay, because I know you were anxious to go, but it's been so long since we talked.
They did a roast on me. Not the big Friar Club roast. I should say that.
But they gave you a little.
This year they did
initiation kind of.
Did an event for me with me as the one who was being. But it wasn't. It was a celebration. They said it wasn't a roast.
A full
celebration.
Blown. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it was wonderful, and I truly appreciate it.
Oh man,
but
if they roast you, I would. Oh man, that would be great.
It was spectacular. But anyhow. We got a few minutes left, but Vike, I hope that people listening will hopefully.
We're going to spread the word, brother. Remind you, this is a test drive. We're going to get this baby rolling.
We're going to get the, sound effects with with the spit. We're gonna do the whole, it's gonna get
The
all
whole
the bells and
schlemiel.
whistles, the bells and whistles, man.
The whole schlemiel.
Well, another Yiddish guy. I'm throwing another Yiddish term out here. The schlemiel, schlemazel. I don't know.
As I understand the definitions, the schlemiel is the guy who spills his soup, and the schlemazel is the guy the soup gets spilled on.
Oh, there you go.
That's the way I've had it explained to me.
There you go. Joe, do we have to go for a full hour? Okay, no. I just want to tell the people thank you again. We got a couple minutes short, so I don't want to wear out my welcome.
Ray.
So, hey,
it's all right,
thank you.
Ray.
I want to thank my friends from Channel 21. Come up there.
Hello, boys.
Appreciate you for coming here. I don't see no other radio TV stations here. Where they at? Nobody. I guess they don't love me no more. They don't love me.
Everybody loves you, Ray.
Yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Again, we're going to try to do it Thursday again. Try to do Tuesdays and Thursdays unless I'm traveling. But Thursday at 4 o'clock again. And, Eddie O'Neill just texted me. Call me at home. All right, I'll call you later. Eddie, all right, Eddie, we're going to have Eddie on as a future guest, hopefully next week. Maybe on Thursday.
If Ed's listening, I want to tell him that, Modern Family is my wife's absolute favorite show. Thank you for doing such great work. How's that for a little ass kissing for a Hollywood
you ain't listening, man. Your lips are getting all chopped up over there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. This is the first round of the Boom Boom Room, reincarnated. I hope...
we're going to get a studio, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. How long, when are we moving?
June 1st.
Oh, June 1st. Look, I'm in a room right now over on the side of...
We're
on
at a
the side
strip
of
mall,
Western
kids.
Reserve. Yeah, let me
We're
just
at a
say,
strip mall.
I'm in a room that's like the room that Joe Pesci went in Goodfellas and didn't come out of. It's like one room. So, people go in, they don't come out
I've
of.
got Ray locked in this room.
Man.
Send me $25 million.
I don't know, man. I'm not too comfortable. I walked in there, Joe, had all lights down.
It's a little creepy. It is a little creepy. It's either that or
sometimes some people know to come and never get out. So
it's either that or an amateur porno flick. I'm not sure which.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Again, hope welcome you back to the next round of the Boom Boom Room. Thank you and good night. God bless.